We are joined by Ms. Sukhmani Gulati, a qualified education consultant from Aussizz Group, 𝐬𝐴𝐻. Having over 3 years of experience in the international education sector, Sukhmani has been assisting international students to come to Australia and pursue their course degree and achieve their professional goals. She believes it's her combination of personal and professional experience that gives her a unique perspective. We are also joined by Mr. Kishan, Kanuru, Director of Operations at Apeiro Institute. Our experts will be waiting to take your questions. Please post your questions in the chat box and we will answer your queries at the end of the session. Also, we have some very exciting giveaways for our attendees. We want to take the session deep and interactive and encourage questions and feedback. We have bumper cash prizes to claim for the ones who leave the most descriptive review under this Facebook post. I'll be putting a link in the chat box. Tag your friends with hashtag Aussizz Education Summit 2022, hashtag Aussizz Group in the comment section along with your feedback. Also, the most participative audience member from the chat box is eligible for free giveaways such as free PTE coaching, IELTS coaching, PR consultations, etc. We encourage you to come and be a part of our summit. I'll be putting a link in the chat box for everyone who wants to participate in the giveaway contest.
Hi, Charlene. Thank you for the good introduction. Hi, Kishan. How are you?
Good, Sukh. How are you?
Good, thank you. Hi, guys. Today I'm going to speak about a very unique and an exciting courses regarding electronic and communication and air conditioning and refrigeration. We all know about all the trade courses which are usually studied by most of the students all around Australia. But today we're going to introduce a very extraordinary courses. Let's speak about, first of all, electronic and communication course. So I was talking about the electronic and communication course. The uniqueness of this course is it relates all the electronics. The course also helps to learn the electrical and how to control electrical wiring and everything in factories, motors, and management. The distribution of electrical energy and the transformers. An objective of this course is to provide electrical power to all candidates. Electrical communication course focuses on the concept of electrical engineering, electronic devices, and relevant software. It not only uses the various electronic goods for everyday use such as TV, mobile phones, computers, but a lot of other involvement like designing, manufacturing, and maintaining such electronic equipment will be there for you to study this course. It deals with small household electronic goods like design and manufacturing and maintenance of the electrical and electronic systems used in large and medium-sized factories too. The principle of this course focuses on the design, analytics, and manufacturing of circuits. Some of the important subjects covered in the discipline include control of the systems, logic design, VLSI, PCB designs, networks, integrated circuits, electrical systems, communication engineering, signal processing, sensors, etc. Students will learn to design electronic circuits, computer system, electronic wires, and develop a control system in the course. In these, the candidates are considered to deal with the problem occurring with the electronic machines and electrical power transmission that occur with electric machines. This course has a significant topic such as fundamental and the principal, maths, computer science, physics, project management. So, Kishan, would you like to tell something about this course and the college?
Sure, definitely. Thanks, Sukh, and thanks to Aussizz Group for having me as a part of your Education Summit 2022. A little bit about Apeiro and what we do, where we're located, and all. So we basically started our operations in 2018, based out of Perth. We are one of the most advanced and developing wet vocational provider. We try to meet those requirements of those students who are looking for a niche technical skills. So as you can see in our timeline, yeah. So in 2018 is where we started in Perth. Perth is our main campus. And in 2020, the peak of pandemic, actually, we started in Melbourne as well. And Just recently in 2021, late 2021, we got our Sydney campus started. So currently, our mission of Apeiro is to be one of the connoisseurs in the vocational education sector. So what we try to do is we try to establish those technical skills that are ignored by most other providers, and hence the reason why we try to provide some of the niche courses within the trade and vocational sector at this point in time. And we're working towards more exciting courses to be added in the near future, and we're hoping to deliver in the right possible environment with all the equipment and tools necessary for the study. So if we go to the next slide, you can see our campus facilities, what we have, what it looks like, and we have one of the most spacious classrooms when compared to other providers in the private sector. We are located in some of the most centralized locations in the cities that I just previously mentioned, Perth, Melbourne, and Sydney. Obviously, technology is something we just try to use these days, and all our campuses are well equipped to cater to the needs of the learners that we try to provide. So if you can just go to the next slide, we've got a glimpse of how our campus and classrooms look like, and those are the classrooms, students doing some role play sessions, even a couple of electronic practical sessions going on there. And in the next one, we do have our automotive workshops, a glimpse of what we have, all the equipment, including just trying to give the trainers, the students, sorry, the most possible practical and live experience possibly we can, so that they are well prepared by the time they walk out of the course and graduate. So those are the list of courses that we currently offer at the moment. So business diploma, advanced diploma of business, advanced diploma of leadership and management, and most recently graduate diploma of management as well in learning. In automotive, we do have 3 courses as a package, Cert 3, Cert 4, and diploma. These are all related to mostly light vehicle and maintenance and repair. Electronics and communications is one of the niche ones which we have on scope at the moment, and we are one of the 4 providers throughout Australia providing this course for international students. Out of them, one is the TAFE and the other ones are private. Now, engineering, this is the very recent course which we have, is Advanced Diploma of Civil Construction and Design. We're currently delivering this from Sydney at the moment, with the first intake starting in March. And in the near future, we're going to roll it over to the other campuses. ELICOS is something we try to do it a little bit different way. So we do have IELTS and PTE preparation for success as an ELICOS course. So instead of general English, students can join these ELICOS courses as well and come on board to study our other courses. So to get more in detail depth of the course or the topic that we're going to talk about today is electronics and communications. Now, electronics and communications, as the name itself suggests, it is a link between the electrical components as well as how they communicate with each other to perform a finalized task. So as Sukh just gave a bit of a glimpse of what it is about, it is basically the micro components, it is basically the chips, it is basically what the chipboards are made of and how they are designed, how they're constructed. As you can see, everyday usage of electronics today, everything that requires to be assembled or designed involves electronics and communications to be a part of it. This is a very niche market, and there is a good demand for it as well in the market, although the electrical components these days, they are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. I don't know, Sukha, when was the last time, very first mobile phone, when you held it, how big was it?
Sorry, I missed on that.
The very first mobile phone you used, how big was it?
It was pretty big. We used to call it, Nokia's elephant set. It was so big.
Yeah, so just to get you an idea, the development in electronics, right? Those days, the phones have started off with the size of a cordless sized phone, and now you can see your palm sized mobile phones. This is all advancement in electronics and technology and communications that's within it. The more future we get into, the components getting more complicated as well as more interesting in design. Thanks to new advancements, the chipboard that can be made out of a massive a screen size or laptop sized chipboard can be downsized to a mobile sized phone. So it's all with the advancement in technology, and it's not just about mobiles. These courses are basically for anything related to electrical connections are not up to the standard where you need a license to work on them, but these are minute circuits where you don't need an electrical licensing for this. And it could be anywhere from mobile repairs, or it could be anywhere from a small capacitor that might have burnt out on your laptop, or even a TV, or a computer, So minute things, nothing to deal with the high voltage technology, which needs additional licensing for these. So if we go to the next slide, I'll just go in-depth detail into each course. So currently we do Cert 3 in electronics and communications. That's where usually our students start off with, to start with the basics. And this course is basically delivered over 69 weeks, and that also includes 18 weeks of holidays. Now, in the 69 weeks, the classes are usually held 2 days a week, which also includes some self-study direction, and obviously that includes practical sessions within the classroom. If need be, we also have workshops where certain components, like where you might learn how to design a box or an amplifying box where you have to fabricate and manufacture to custom needs. So for that kind of scenario, we do have workshop setups available. These courses are more unique in its own way, where students are able to find fault and repair and maintain. So you can fabricate, you can solve problems with electronic communications, digital systems, amplifiers, and power supplies. Use industry relevant computer applications as well. And obviously, you need to follow the safe work practices at all time, which you will be studying during this course. So, yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
What do you
Once
reckon
you
the best
graduate
career?
from this course, obviously the career outcomes are multiple in its own ways. It's not particular to one single industry. It's widespread as well. So I'll probably get Suk to give you a bit of overview of what you can get into and what you can do, what you can expect out of this course after you graduate.
So once you complete with the certificate 3 in electronic and communication, you have 3 trade outcomes technically. One is electronic and communication tradesperson, which has a really good pay scale. It varies from $1,300 to $1,500 a week, and it has a very stable growth. And it is required. The workers are required in all over Australia for this one as well. When it goes to electronic equipment trade person, you can also get your skills assessed with this body. And over here, we have a medium skill level. And again, the pay is same, around $1,300 to $1,500. But once you complete your career in custom electronic and installation, The higher you go with the qualification, the pay scale rises around $16 to $2,000 per week. So we always require these, tradesperson at the moment. And the career outcomes after this, you can also get, if you do another certificate along with this, you can get your skill assessed, and you can, have your 485 visa, which you can also plan for your career and a PR pathway. So Kishan, let's move to certificate 4, and you can give a little bit of details regarding that one.
Sure, definitely. So certificate 4 is basically you will be getting a little bit more advanced into more customized circuits, which needs a little bit of higher proficiency and probably get into more designing stuff as well. So there are two pathways into Cert 4. Students can directly enroll into Cert 4, which is 82 weeks, which also includes 16 weeks of holidays. And it's obviously the same 20 hours per week. But students can also get into Certificate 3, and then once they complete that course, they can get into Cert 4, which that's when the course duration goes down to 25 weeks and also includes 6 weeks of holidays. So both Cert 3 and Cert 4 together, you're roughly looking around 90 something weeks to complete the course and get a qualification done. So certificate 4, as it is again the same. We are one of the 4 other providers that's currently delivering to international students for this course. It's basically about how to commission and find fault and maintain equipment. So you'll also learn more theoretical aspects of this course in regards to some basic electronic and electricity. Although same thing again, you don't need any special licensing for these, and obviously repair more complicated circuits or the chipboards or even connections in that matter, which deals with low voltage things. So you have a career outcomes for this course as a similar ones as Certificate 3, electronics trade person and electronics instrument trades worker. These are mostly the outcomes for similar ones for both Cert 3 and Cert 4. It's just that it's more advanced and you get more in-depth knowledge once you finish your Cert 4. So in regards to the industries and possible workplaces that the students can work in are again the same: a mobile repair shop, or maybe even set up your own business, audiovisual systems or alarm and CCTV installations, desktop technician, hardware and software. We do teach software as well as a part of the course in this package. And also, as I earlier mentioned, you can become an electronic technician by working on the PCBs, which is a printed circuit board. If you guys remember in the olden days, it's not a printed one. It used to be all wires connected together and made it together. Now, as the technology has advanced, the chipboards are being printed out with the circuit, and then you just need to work on your capacitors, resistors, or the switches, what works, and microprocessing. So yeah, that's the possible workplaces that you can get into. And yeah, it is in good demand at the moment in the market, because that's something most of the places are hard to find, mostly with customized installation related tasks. So I'll probably hand over to Sukh for in regards to what other things and other industries, how the industries are spread over in this market for electronics and communications courses.
So what you can do after doing this course is, like, you can always get better jobs in the market with working with computers, because you have a very advanced knowledge when it comes to handling computers, data and softwares. So you can of course work with computers, keeping your knowledge up to date. It will give you an advancement where you can be, updated with technology and have your good ideas, monitoring people and processing the things, checking objectives and actions or events and keeping an eye out of the problem. So these are some good things we can do after completing the course. And this course is actually mostly required with Western Australia. If you see the numbers, NSW is giving the best opportunities for all occupations under this course. Then it comes to Victoria, it's 25.2% under all occupations. You can also get your skills assessed by TRA when you complete Certificate 3 and Certificate 4, and you can apply for your further PR pathway under these states as well. So what we need for the educational backgrounds is we just need to do Certificate 3 and Certificate 4 to get highly skilled under these two electronic and communication trades. So Kishan, will you be able to tell us regarding fees and intakes about these courses?
Yeah, sure, definitely. So these courses, we do have monthly intakes available on all the campuses where we are based at the moment. And as I said initially, you can either get into Cert 3 plus Cert 4, or you can straight away go into Cert 4, depending on what your requirements are and what your interests are. So as you can see, the package course is 94 weeks, which also includes 24 weeks holiday. And the tuition fees is 23,000 for the package, and the material fees is 1,300. This is 94 weeks. We're talking about roughly over 2-year period. And if your goals and ideas are different, and if you want to just get into Cert 3, you're more than welcome to do that as well, which is just 69 weeks, which also includes 18 weeks of holiday. So the intakes just might vary here and there from one campus to other, but yeah, monthly intakes are available. It's just that when you put in the application, just try to contact us to get more specific exact dates. And then we can assist you accordingly. In regards to, I think I just missed out a little bit about the entry requirements for this course. This is a vocational course starting off Cert 3 level. Those are the minimum requirements. As you can see, we accept students 18 years or older at the time of commencement. Obviously, you need to have a minimum of Year 12 Australian or equivalent, and IELTS academic overall score of 5.5 or equivalent. So yeah, those are the minimum entry requirements to get into this electronics and communications course. So here I'll just wanted to give you a bit of a glimpse of some of our past graduates handing over the certificates from various courses, not just electronics. And also a bit of a glimpse of our student testimonials that we have at the current point in time. While you're watching this, you're more than welcome to drop in any questions or any queries that you have, or you can contact any of the Aussizz consultants for getting more information on these courses and how this might help you out in the future career pathways.
Thank you, Kishan. Thank you so much about the depth knowledge about both these courses. Let's play the testimonial and see how it goes.
Hi everyone, my name is Lisa. I've been in Australia for a couple of years, and I'm from Russia myself. While I was here, I decided to come to Apeiro to do my business, to get my business degree. I decided to come to this institute because I've heard a lot of really good feedbacks from my friends and from internet as well. So when I came here, I was really surprised of how welcoming the staff is and of how educated trainers are. While my studies, the atmosphere was pretty chill. I really enjoyed the process, but even though it was super relaxed, I've learned a lot because we had a lot of practical tasks, we had a lot of theory tasks, and even if I had any questions, I always could come to my trainer and consult with him. So that was really helpful here. So right now, I've just graduated. I'm really happy and excited about this, and I'm planning to go to university. And I'm sure that my certificate will help me a lot. I'm really thankful to Apeiro and to everyone who helped me get this degree.
So my name's Dan, originally from the UK. Came over here to study at Apeiro for a motor vehicle technology and motor vehicles, doing Cert 3 and Cert 4. So far it's been a great experience. There's plenty of classmates willing to help. The tutors are brilliant. We've got plenty of cars to work on, plenty of tools and equipment around, help if you need it. It's a great place to learn. So that's a bit about me, a bit about where I am, and I hope you guys can join me soon.
How you doing? My name is Matthew, and I'm from Birmingham, and I've been studying with Apeiro now for 6 months, and yeah, love it. It's brilliant. I love classic cars, to be honest. Like, I do a lot of custom work on cars myself, so I came here to kind of update my knowledge and kind of learn some things I don't already know. And yeah, I'm hoping to open a garage. Like the new facility we've moved to in Savile Street, it's big. There's big classrooms. There's 4 or 5 cars, lots of hoists. There's lots of space there. It's really clean and cool. I highly recommend anyone who wants to do automotive, they come to Apeiro. There we go. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sukhmani. I'm from Sri Lanka. I joined with Apeiro last year and I already completed my Cert 3 in automotive. And but Apeiro, they have like good facilities for students. Like they have very like updated workshop, and the teachers are awesome. So they teach us very well, and they guide us about with our practicals. And I would highly recommend Apeiro joining us. Thank you.
Right. I think that's all. So those are some of our students who just sharing their experiences so far. Who some of them graduated, some of them are still continuing studying with us in their further subsequent courses and all that stuff. This is some of the information that that excites us every time when we get a feedback from a student that they are enjoying, they are learning something. That gives us a more motivation to work towards how we can add more towards it, how we can cater more towards the client's needs. So we try to strive and provide all the facilities that's required for these courses. So yeah, if you are interested in either electronics and communications or any of the other courses that we offer, just to contact us or even any of the consultants at Aussizz that they can assist you accordingly. If you still have any questions, do should just jot it down in the chat box, and I'm still going to be here for a while, so I can still respond to them accordingly. Thank you again, Sukh, for the presentation and assisting me here.
Thank you, Kishan. Thank you for joining in. So guys, if you have any questions about this course, about electronic and communication, about the course details, please drop in your comments so that we can, come forward and answer your queries, but you can always contact us in our offices as well.
Does anyone have any questions for Sukhmani or Kishan?
I think it's all good with the electronic and communication one. Thank you, Kishan, once again for joining in us. So, guys, let's move forward toward our next course, which is another very unique course, and it is very unpopular at the moment. So, we have a very good scope for further as well. So, the course is air conditioning and refrigeration. I'll share my PPT with you guys. So about this course, the program provides you with all the skill and selected components, install, set up, test, repair, and maintain the refrigeration system, large-scale equipment, and for food storage preservation, and air conditioning and distribution of the equipment. It includes the regulatory requirements to purchase and handling of the refrigeration. The duration of the course is around 112 weeks. So the only one, this course is around 2 years of the course, and after completing this course, you can always apply for your 485. In this course, you will learn about establishing job requirements for drawing and specifications and laying out the installation of reference points, drilling holes and installing mounting brackets and cutting, bending and threading piping. Installing and repairing the components such as compressors, motors, condensers, evaporators, switches, gauges, and copper lines for gas, steam, refrigerant, compressed oil, oil and chilled water. Though this course is not available in all the states, but still you can study this course under the various states like NSW. This course also provides you with the knowledge in regards of bolting, soldering, riveting, welding, and grazing piping to connect the equipment and checking the alignment of accuracy of fit. Filling the systems of gas and fluid to check and for the leaks. Test operating refrigeration system checking mechanism and making the adjustments. Removing test gas and fluid using vacuum pumps and filling with the refrigerant. So technically you guys will be taking care of all the things in regards of a refrigeration and the air conditioning in the refrigeration, be it be in any part of the refrigeration process, you will be handling all these things in hand. The job profile for the age for this particular course, it depends. So if you're in between to 25 to 44, the maximum required is the age bracket for this one. So your need would be more in many states like NSW, Victoria, Queensland, South Australia. It is available in all the states and this occupation is well famous. When it comes to job employment outlook, nowadays it has decreased the number. It has increased the number from 20,000 to around 30,000 to 35,000, and in the future it's going to raise up to 35,000 again. So the stability in the job options will be always there for you guys. The main industries which is required about the skill assessment is like construction, other services, manufacturing, retail, trade. All these all these industries would be requiring the recruiters from the refrigeration courses. So the fees and intakes vary from the different providers, though there are not too many providers for these courses, but the ones we have are almost 26,000 the tuition fee. Material fee would vary from $1,000 to $1,500, and the duration, as I spoke to you guys, it's going to be somewhere around 112 weeks. So any questions, guys, you have for any of the courses, we'll be happy to take over.
Is that all, Sukhmani?
We are pretty much done with the presentation at the moment.
Thank you so much, Sukhmani. Does anyone have any questions for Sukhmani on the course? I guess that's all then. Thank you so much for attending this session. Don't forget to leave your review for the session. I'll be sharing a review link in the chat box and your feedback is much appreciated. Don't miss out on our next info sessions on many more exciting topics. Join straight away through the links that I'll be sharing in the chat box. Thank you so much, Kishan and Sukhmani. Also, Kishan, if you'd like to share your email ID, if anyone has any questions in the future, maybe they could try to.
Definitely. Just gonna jot down the email address in the chat box, and definitely if they have any questions, they're more than welcome to give us shoot us an email or even give us a call.
Thank you.
No worries. Thank you very much, Shalin, and thanks for having me on board for this session. If there are any questions, yeah, just ask the clients to get back to us, or you're also the professionals who can assist us. in delivering the message what they need.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
No worries. Thank you. See you.